The containers, they're finally here. All right, getting these on here was crazy. Let me set the scene for you. It's a full-on snowstorm. Roads are frozen. It's 13 degrees outside, -10°C for those who are outside of the US. We're on a mountainside, so it's hard to get stuff up here. The Catskills, covered in snow. It's one of those days where construction becomes less about planning and more about thinking on your feet and throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Now, if you haven't seen any of my past videos, reels, or TikToks, or anything posted to Facebook, these 3 containers behind me were prefabricated off-site. It's where most of the precision work was done in a controlled environment. Prefabrication off-site is done for 2 reasons. First, it's cheaper and faster. Second, it allows us to do precision work in a controlled environment, as I stated before, without the risk of environmental factors affecting the quality of work. Everything is pre-coordinated, including bringing the containers up the site. Now, even with all of our prep work, all of our precision engineering, all of our prefabrication, all of our planning, stuff kind of still goes to hell in a handbasket, especially when it snows outside. It's a little flurry right now, but on the day in question, it was a full-blown snowstorm. You actually had to call someone in at 7 o'clock in the morning to actually clear our portion of the mountain road in order for the flatbed trucks with the containers to even be able to come up here. Problem was, they couldn't. The salt and the sand, which was used to clear and create traction on the ground, prevented the trucks from even coming up. The tires began spinning out of control. In fact, one of the guys said, "It's not happening. I'll see you in April." But that wasn't good enough for us. We'd come too far to delay this by another few months. With a little bit of coaxing, we got the flatbed driver to actually bring the shipping containers up to right in front of the driveway, or where what will be the driveway, and then we brought our excavator guy on site and had him chain the container to his excavator and drag it from the main street across our driveway down over here where the crane actually allowed us to put the containers onto the platform. But let me back up a second. I now have gloves because it's too cold to work without them. Before any containers were placed on site or on the ground floor, 3 I-beams had to be placed across in between notches that were perfectly, not so perfectly, cut out originally in order for the shipping containers to be placed across the I-beams. As each of the shipping containers came in one at a time, dropped off by the flatbed, dragged by the excavator, and brought right about there, a truck-mounted crane picked each container up and placed it in its appropriate location. As you can see, there's actually a number 3 right there. Don't worry, we're super high-tech. We just spray painted the number so that we wouldn't forget which container was which and where it went in place. A team of riggers, those individuals responsible for connecting components through rigging systems to the crane, along with the crane operator, carefully connected, attached, picked up, shifted little by little all of the containers into their perfect location. Now, when I say these guys were precision, they were precision. They put these containers down one at a time. I heard one guy say, "That's 1/8 of an inch off. We got to fix that." I could not see 1/8 of an inch off, but I trusted these guys. So these containers, when I say they are placed exactly where they're meant to go, I mean exactly. It was so cold, the other phone died. So if there's a change in audio and video quality, I'm sorry. But anyways, once the containers were carefully placed in their exact position on top of the I-beams and the ground level / foundation, they were welded in place on steel plates that were embedded within the concrete foundation. Each of the containers had specific cutouts for doors and windows, vents, plumbing, and electric wiring. Days like this don't make headlines, but they're everything. It's about a team showing up in brutal conditions and still delivering precision. Because of the serious effort and precision of our team, even under crazy conditions, our future build, this sustainable luxury shipping container retreat, stays on track. Progress is usually not glamorous. It's snow boots, steel, sweat, logistics, terrible conditions, and trusting the people who work beside you. I also just want to take a moment to really thank all of the people that helped us in this process. All of the workers, all of the laborers. I want to take a moment to really thank everybody who was part of this process, because this really was a team effort. Mostly them. I want to give credit where credit is due.